With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us today. The credit union was abuzz with activity on Thursday as thousands of civil servants stopped by for International Credit Union Day celebrations. The members' appreciation event comprised of an open house fair with exhibiting businesses offering one-day special offers, discounts, and sales. A spin the wheel game with $5,000 in prizes were up for grabs for some 25 contestants, while complimentary cooked food and small lunches and free kids carnival games were also available. Now, organizers tell us that International Credit Union Day celebrates the spirit of the global credit union movement. The day is recognized to reflect upon the credit union movement's history, promotes its achievements, recognize hard work, and share member experiences. Head of the Civil Service, the Honorable Franz Manderson, encourages all civil servants to join the organization.
I encourage everyone to join the credit union. It is an amazing institution run by Caymanians. It has great leadership. The customer service is fantastic. The loan products is amazing. You will not be disappointed in joining up a credit union. The staff there is friendly, knowledgeable, and going there and visiting the credit union has always been something that I look forward to. And that is what we want. We want to be able to look forward to visiting our credit union, and they have certainly achieved that.
It's really a celebration to really recognize our members and give them a chance to see how much we really appreciate them.
Well, ICU Day has been celebrated on the third Thursday of October since 1948. The ultimate goal is to raise awareness about the tremendous work that credit unions and other financial cooperatives are doing around the world, as well as to give members the opportunity to get more engaged. Well, congratulations are in order for the newest civil servant to be promoted to Director of the Department of Children and Family Services. Paulinda Mendoza-Williams will begin in her new post on November 13th. Mrs. Mendoza-Williams has 20 years plus of experience in the social work profession. She originally started as a social worker and steadily progressed in the department. Currently Deputy Director of Clinical Services, Mrs. Mendoza-Williams has been in this role since October of 2012. She has also acted in the capacity of director numerous times. In 2015 to 2016, she was acting director for 10 months prior to the current director's arrival. Most recently, Mrs. Mendoza-Williams was seconded to the Ministry of Community Affairs as Assistant Chief Officer in February of 2018. She was responsible for oversight for the review and policy development of the Cayman Islands Multi-Agency Safeguarding Hub, MASH. And we'll hear more from Mrs. Mendoza-Williams in the very near future. Well, finally, the Cayman Islands Department of Immigration's Enforcement Division continues operations to tackle illegal immigration, ensuring the laws are followed. Through proactive patrols and operations, DOI officers enforce the law to enhance public safety, border security, and the integrity of the immigration system. After reviewing the final data collected from the department's recent immigration amnesty campaign, officials report that a total of 185 overstayers fled the Cayman Islands left the Cayman Islands during the month of August this year. 91 males and 96 females, with 8 of those being children, took advantage of the amnesty and left the Cayman Islands. The highest number of overstayers came from Jamaica with 75 people, while Americans totaled 55. The longest period of overstaying was found to be 13 and a half years, with 122 individuals found to have overstayed for less than 1 week. Since the amnesty, a number of arrests have been made for those who didn't take the opportunity and are not complying with Cayman Islands immigration laws. Anyone with information about immigration-related offenses is urged to contact the confidential hotline at 1-800-534-2546. That's 1-800-534-2546. Or email legalim@gov.ky. Well, if you'd like to take a look at what programs are on CIGTV this week, you can go online to gis.gov.ky and click on the publication link at the bottom of the homepage. If you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as a YouTube channel. That's the CIG Television YouTube channel, that is. For now, I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining me. Wishing you a wonderful and safe night and hoping you'll join me back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now. Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.